Welcome to the Local Pulse on HBC. I'm Dave Dickey. Today we are talking about Red Wing River City Days, and our guests are Michelle Larson, President CEO of the Red Wing Area Chamber of Commerce, and Laura Adalin, the Membership Services Coordinator for the Red Wing Chamber of Commerce. So thank you both for being with us today.
Hi there.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having us.
You're welcome. Thanks for being on the show today. So let's just start off with an easy question. So how long has River City Days been a part of the Red Wing community's summer?
So River City Days is in its 42nd year. So it has been along that period of time. It's grown and changed and shifted, of course, over the course of the last 4 decades, and is really something that people have come to look forward to. It's always been the first weekend of August, since as far as we can remember, and is just a great way to kick off the month of August and our last month of summer, which is kind of sad to think about.
Exactly. A lot of local residents will plan family and high school reunions around River City Days because they know there's always going to be so much fun and exciting entertainment.
So what really makes this event special to the community? Is it just the annual tradition of it all? Is it like you mentioned, Laura, that it's a great opportunity for people to get together or maybe come back home and visit, or what is it?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of all of that. We have so many people who are here year round. They plan their vacations around here. All of our hotels fill up, and it's just a great place for people to come home, and they all invite all their friends and stuff too.
So as far as attractions, what are the big events going on this year?
There's lots of different big events that happen. Each year we try to kind of change it up a little bit and have something different that we haven't had before, specifically in regards to family-friendly entertainment. Our festival's a little different in that we don't have a carnival at our festival, so we have a lot of inflatables that come and other activities. So we try to bring in some other family activities to excite people and get them to bring their family down there. Some new things we have this year are a mobile gaming truck. So there's a truck coming that has 20 gaming televisions on the inside. So we're really trying to figure out a way to engage our teens a little bit more with the festival. So we have the mobile gaming truck, and laser tag is another new event that'll be taking up some space in the park on Saturday and Sunday as well. Um, Other big events, I would say the music is a really big draw for the festival. So we have a lot of really great entertainment, starting Friday afternoon and going all the way into Sunday evening.
Who are some of the headliners you have this year?
Yeah, so we have obviously karaoke that takes place on Friday evening. Finals, people have been kind of qualifying and competing to compete in the finals over the course of the last couple months. And then our night is finished off with the fabulous Armadillos, and they are absolutely phenomenal band. If you haven't heard them, they're so good. And they will be playing Friday night, and then Saturday we have the local Hooligans performing. They're a local band, along with Myron Elkins, who is a country music artist from Nashville. He has an amazing voice. Looking forward to hearing him. And then on Sunday we have Foster Grand and the Dweebs performing, and people love the Dweebs here. They're such a crowd pleaser in Red
Mhm.
Wing, so excited to have them finish out our festival on Sunday.
Dweebs seem to be a real popular band here in this part of the state.
Yes,
hmm
very
Um,
interactive.
yes. So what is it? Do you have a favorite event? Toss this out to both of you. A favorite event that you really like that's part of River City Days, or maybe there's a new thing that got added this year that you think is going to be a new favorite?
I don't know. I kind of like it all from start to finish. There's so much to do, all the entertainment, and then we have the Grand Day Parade on Sunday. And it's just there's something for everybody. And it's just fun to see everybody down here having a good time. Plus the craft arts and crafts fair at Levy Park as well.
I would say that, personally, my favorite thing is the music. I love outdoor music. So I just think it is just food for the soul, and love seeing everyone there enjoying all of the live music and having a great time with friends and family, and people they don't even know. So that's always, I think a really big highlight.
So River City Days doesn't happen overnight. Um, when do you start planning and thinking about next year's River City Days?
Monday morning, August 5th.
Yeah, well, we've actually already started planning for next year.
Yeah.
So I would say it becomes a thought on our minds 18 to 24 months before it happens. And then we start actually like signing and engaging contracts up to a year before the actual festival takes place.
And so, I know it's not the two of you that are like doing everything. You've got to have some volunteers as well. How many volunteers do you have that help out with the event?
We have a lot of volunteers. Actually, our entire beer garden is run by the Elks. So it's also a mutual fundraiser for the festival and the Red Wing Elks Lodge, and they have hundreds of volunteers who help with the logistics of, running the beer garden. So there's that aspect of it. And then we have volunteers who help with the wristband sales, who help with the parking lot attendants, who help shuttle. We usually have golf carts or side by sides that will shuttle people from the parking lot to the event venue so that they can get there easier and don't have to walk. Our parking lot is very large, so there's lots of parking, but sometimes it's a long walk for people. So we like to make sure we can accommodate where we can.
And our our children are actually very well involved on this weekend as well. They all look forward to it.
You talk about the event is at Bay Point Park, correct?
Yep.
And you talk about the parking and so forth. What is there a particular place? I mean, you've got the main parking lot, but is there always enough parking there? Are there other alternate sites where people might want to park? Like if there's the art fair down at the levee, you wouldn't want to park all the way out at
Right.
Bay Point.
Right. So we actually use that parking lot in Bay Point Park for the festival setup also. So across the street from Bay Point Park on Levee Road, there is a big gravel lot that people park in, and it's $5 to park there all weekend long. That is also a fundraiser for River City Days and the Elks Lodge. And people can park in that lot if they are seeing things and wanting to visit Bay Point Park. There is also parking by Levee Park. Levee Park is located right in our downtown. So we have parking ramps in our downtown. There's a little bit of parking right next to the park. But one of the great things about our festival is we have a trolley, and the trolley actually shuttles people on Saturday and Sunday between Bay Point Park, Levee Park, downtown, and Old West Main. So you can hop on and hop off that shuttle and get to different places from wherever you park.
It's an awesome service to have.
Yes, we're so grateful for their partnership in that. It's wonderful to be able to have people visit other areas of the town easily.
We talked about there's a craft fair going on. How many vendors do you have participating in that this year?
I think this year so far there's 36.
And they kind of run the gamut of wares to look at.
Yep. They have oh my gosh, it's anywhere from sheets that they sell all the way to homemade signs, wind chimes, just anything you name it, it's probably there.
And I think the interesting thing about like the arts and crafts for River City Days is the arts and crafts are set up in Levee Park, but we have a whole section of vendors set up in Bay Point as well. Those are more commercial vendors. And businesses, think like Treasure Island will be there, and they'll have promotional things, and XL Energy and other businesses and nonprofits, and they set up in Bay Point Park as well. So we have, while they have like 35 to 40 in Levee Park, we also have that same amount in Bay Point Park too. So there's a lot of different vendors set up in multiple spaces.
What about food? I imagine you've got some food there to satisfy people's taste buds.
We sure do. We have our Taste of Red Wing, which is our local residents, our local restaurants, which is Liberty's, Smoking Oak, Rotisserie and Grill, Kelly's Restaurant and Tap House, and Fiesta Mexicana. Those are our main taste of Red Wing people, all our local restaurants that come out. Otherwise, we have anywhere from Paula's Delicious Delights. We have Sipping Dirty Sodas, which is kind of brand new, kind of a new thing coming out this year. And we also have there's ice cream, of course, kettle corn,
Mini
mini
donuts.
donuts. Yep,
Mhm.
there's a lot here.
I think the really cool thing about Taste of Red Wing is it is our brick and mortar restaurants who like run their restaurant still over that weekend, but they also set up shop in the park and they become a food vendor for the festival as well. And people just love it because a lot of times they offer things that they don't normally offer on their menu at the festival, which is really exciting for people. And it gives all of our visitors an opportunity to experience, multiple local Red Wing restaurants in one spot too.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll talk more with Michelle and Laura about the Red Wing River City Days Festival, which is coming up this weekend in Red Wing. Stay with us.
It's non-stop action this season with the St. Paul Saints. Catch every thrilling moment from home runs to strikeouts live on HBC TV 25. TV 25 will carry 40 home games from CHS Field. You'll find the complete Saints home schedule information at hbci.com/TV25. Watch all the action only on HBC TV 25, your home for the Saints.
Welcome back to the Local Pulse on HBC. I'm Dave Dickey, and today we're with Michelle and Laura from the Red Wing Area Chamber of Commerce, and we're talking about River City Days, which is coming up this weekend, and always a lot of fun. If you haven't been to the festival, you should make plans to get down there. Earlier, we talked a lot about the music and the food and everything else that's going on, but it's just a fun time to gather together. But when you get all those people together, how do you handle the amenities that people need? I mean, you get how many thousands of people do you figure on average?
Yeah. So we actually have looked into the number of people that attend River City Days, and typically, it's kind of spread throughout different areas of town. So at Bay Point Park alone, there's over 25,000 people who visit that park on the festival weekend. Throughout downtown, there's over 30,000 that visit downtown on the festival weekend. So it's a huge amount of attendance. And, we think a lot about the amenities. We talked about one of them already, the shuttling of people with golf carts. We think it's valuable to enhance that experience and even the trolley and getting people to places safely and comfortably. So that's something we continually think about when we're, figuring out the logistics of the festival. One new thing this year that we thought about even before last year, but we really wanted to act on it. And we're fortunate enough to have great partners like HBC to provide free Wi-Fi in Bay Point Park. I think we all have experienced when you get thousands of people in a space and then they're all trying to use Snapchat or social media or whatever it might be, or make a phone call even, and everything slows down because of that, because that cell phone tower is overwhelmed. So one of the things that we wanted to do was try to, make that experience more beneficial for people to be able to share their experiences, to contact friends and family or whoever when they're there, and communicate what's going on easier. So I think offering free Wi-Fi is going to be a huge benefit, especially when we talked about adding also that we have a teen tent, which is new this year, that Rise Up Partnership is doing with us. They are a nonprofit in the community that really focuses on supporting teens in our region. And the teen tent is really meant to create a space where teens can just hang out and, have a good time. And, knowing that teenagers, almost all of them have cell phones now and they use social media. Like we wanted to make sure like they could do that and it wasn't a frustrating experience for anyone. So we are incredibly fortunate to be offering free Wi-Fi at Bay Point Park. Thank you to HPC.
You're very welcome. We're happy we can do that for you. Where's a good place to find out all the information on River City Days?
Yeah, well, you can, of course, we have a website. River City Days has its own website, rivercitydays.org. We also have a Facebook page, also called River City Days, and Instagram account. So you can find information on any of those. On our website, you will find a printable brochure, which Laura has right here that she's ready to hold up. Got the whole gamut of everything happening the whole weekend. There is a ton of stuff taking place. But it is a fully printable schedule of events that you can get all that information on.
So
And we
when
will
people,
have those, yeah, we'll have those kind of around town in some of the stores and
Mhm.
stuff leading up to the event.
now, of
If people
course,
just want to pick up one.
yeah, and River City Days is a great event and why people come to town. But while they're here, there's lots of other things that they can see and do in Red Wing as well. Is there anything that either of you would recommend people also do while they're in town?
Yeah, well, of course, visit our local businesses, right? Go to our downtown. We have a beautiful, beautiful downtown with amazing retailers and restaurants. If you feel like you need reprieve from being outside, they have air conditioning. Go hang out in one of those. Our West End district also is absolutely phenomenal, and that is just a walk away from Bay Point Park. So there's some great opportunities to experience those spaces on Saturday mornings. There is still a farmers market that takes place just up from where the arts and crafts is, and they do a phenomenal job too. So lots of fun things to experience there. Do you want to touch on some of the outdoor
Yes,
activities?
on Saturday morning, we have a sunrise hike and yoga up on Himanichi from 5:30 to 7:30. So they'll all meet at the base of Himanichi Park and Barnes Bluff, and they'll make their way up to the top. They'll do some yoga up and on the top, and then they'll make their way down, back down the hill, and it's usually over around 7:30. So we have that on Saturday morning, and there's also a pickleball tournament that's going to be down at Cavo Park, and that's brand new this year. So that'll be really exciting. They're playing at different times, Saturday and Sunday. And then we also have 3-on-3 basketball, and that is at Bay Point Park. There's a disc golf tournament that's also outside on Memorial Bluff, and there is a $5 entry fee for that. And then plus the car show we have that'll be outside, and that's at Bay Point Park also.
The car show is pretty phenomenal. There's
Yes.
hundreds of cars. It's put on by Classic Corvettes of Minnesota. They do a fantastic job of organizing it, and that is right in Bay Point Park. There's also bingo happening at the same time at the park that day too. One thing I wanted to highlight that we didn't mention was so Red Wing has an airport and it is actually located in Wisconsin, which is kind of funny because we're in Minnesota, but we have an airport and there is always a fly-in, drive-in pancake breakfast that happens the Sunday morning of River City Days, which is just a super cool experience. I mean, we all have pancake breakfast, but how many do you get to go to where you're in an airport hanger, having your pancake breakfast, sturdy wheat pancakes? They're made right here in Red Wing, Minnesota, and they do some fun contests with pancakes, and you get to watch airplanes fly in, and it's just a really cool experience.
Yeah.
Very cool. I know one thing that we talked about River City Days. It hasn't always been a chamber event. There was chamber kind of, I don't want to say it, inherited it or graciously took it over. How did that kind of happen?
I'd say it was probably about 20 years or so ago. Time goes by so fast. There was a committee in town that did River City Days, and it just got to the point where they really couldn't make it any bigger than what it was for them. And so they presented it to the Chamber of Commerce back then, and they said, sure, we'll take it over and continue to build it. So there were different areas around town that it was, and now it has been in Bay Point Park. Most of it's rain.
And it has gotten to be a much bigger event than it used to be.
Yes.
I mean,
Mhm.
I know you went through the entertainment earlier. I mean, that's a much bigger um, listing of entertainment than what it was years ago. I know that. So kudos to
Yeah,
the
I think
chamber for doing that.
Thank
you.
you. One of the big things that we changed with entertainment probably 4 years ago was getting an outdoor stage.
Yes.
Previously, it used to be under a tent, and now it's this big outdoor stage. People can go outside of the tent and enjoy, grassy area and shade and have a little more room to stretch their legs and enjoy the music, which people have really enjoyed that.
It really makes it more of a concert experience rather than maybe just going and listening.
Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
So before we run out of time, I want to make sure we talk a little bit about the Red Wing Chamber. Michelle, what are some of the big pluses of being a chamber member in Red Wing?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of great benefits to being part of a chamber of commerce. I mean, we're really at the nuts and bolts of it, a business association, and our purpose and our mission is to engage and support and strengthen our businesses. So that's really what we're here for, and to ensure that they're successful, because their success means our entire community is successful. So that's incredibly important to us. A lot of the work we do is focused around communication, spreading the word about our businesses, and advocacy. We do a lot of advocating to our legislators in regards to business policy, and just communicating that out as well. I think we do a lot of events. Of course, networking is a big part of that. We have a pretty phenomenal annual meeting and a pretty fantastic golf tournament also.
Yes.
So there's those fun ways that we're able to get our businesses engaged with each other, so they can develop those relationships and build those connections, which is so important to them all being successful.
And Laura, you're the point person, I guess. A
Yeah,
lot of that.
I think one thing that I think is really neat about our Chamber of Commerce is we're not just the Red Wing, we're the Red Wing area. So we have members in Pepin, Wisconsin. We have members down Lark Toys down in Kellogg, Wabasha. They're members. We have members over to Meesville, up into Hastings and around Red Wing in the general area. And anyone that wants to be part of our Red Wing Area Chamber of Commerce will bring in, because that just helps them to be more successful as well. And that's one of my main jobs. I love to go out and meet all our businesses and just update what's going on with them in between them and the chamber, and just to go out and greet new businesses as they come to town. We love to do as a group our ribbon cuttings and first dollars. We have about 3 or 4 businesses that have opened or set to open, and we get ourselves and our ambassadors together, and we go out there and present them with their first dollar and do a ribbon cutting for their business to welcome them to town.
Awesome.
We are also really looking forward to launching some new things. We have a leadership program that is going to be launching called Great River Leadership Program, and that is a program that is really meant to support all of Goodhue County. And we're really excited about what's to come with that. That'll be launching this fall.
Well, we're closing in on the end of our time together today. Quickly, the website for River City Days, and also the website for the Red Wing Chamber.
Yeah, River City Days is rivercitydays.org, O-R-G, and our Red Wing Chamber website is redwingchamber.com.
All right. Thank you both for being with us today. We appreciate it. Our guests today have been Michelle Larson, President and CEO of the Red Wing Area Chamber of Commerce, and Laura Agowan, Membership Services Specialist for the Red Wing Area Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time on The Local News.